some reason I need light. Sometimes when I perform here. I don't know why. I'm in theaters. What, you want me to move?
So I want you to come to the mic.
In the
So we
light.
can, the mic, so we can hear you.
Oh.
Your mouth on the
Closer
mic.
to the mic.
Put my mouth to the mic.
Yes.
Blow job on the mic.
On the mic, okay? Anything else you'd like done to the mic?
Or you can take a little.
Any offerings here? Oh, yeah. This is a brand new story and that I'm trying out. I've never shared this story before, so you have first. So it's in its birth. I'm birthing it. I miss my dad so much. And he's been gone for 30 years. But you know what? It never goes away. It just never. You don't realize sometimes how much you love someone and miss someone until they die. That's what I found out, and it's heartbreaking. So I was around 5 years old at the time, not when he died, but the story. And we were living in Lynn, Massachusetts with my dad, my mom, and my older sister. Now, Dad had shoe factories all throughout New England. And the biggest ones were in Manchester, New Hampshire. So he and my mom decided that he would only come home weekends. Well, and he'd stay up in Manchester, New Hampshire during the week. Well, it might have been great for the two of them, but it sucked for me. Because I had really an unavailable dad. He just wasn't there for me. And if I needed support, forget about my sister and my mom. So, Dad manufactured women's shoes. At the time, these stores were all over the United States. I don't know if you guys ever heard of it. One, they were chains of Baker stores and Chandler stores. And Baker was, it was medium to low price, and then Chandler's was upper price. And whenever we wanted shoes, the family was the last to get what they wanted. Never got what I wanted in shoes. And one time what he did, he made 5 pair of shoes, same design, different colors, and he thought that I would love it because he put in the label in the shoe, made especially for Sherry. It didn't do it for me. And we never got what we wanted. So occasionally we would go up to Manchester, New Hampshire to visit him. And it would be a long weekend, so we would go up on a Thursday. So this one particular time, he asked me if I wanted to go into the factory with him. And yeah, of course I wanted to go. I was all for it. So I go in the factory, and I meet all of these factory workers and his managers and stuff. And I see the way the factory workers look at him. They just loved him because he showed them respect and kindness. And I saw that love come back from the workers with the love and the kindness. For a little girl to see that, it leaves quite an impression. And of course they were lovely with me. And he just was the same. He showed me through the years that he was the same with anybody. They could be rich, they could be poor, they could be anybody. And he would always treat people the same. One time, his manager, one of the managers, was Greek. Not one time was he Greek, he was Greek. And he invited us over for Greek Easter, for a Greek dinner. And we had moussaka, and we made the red Easter eggs. And there was this bread that you put eggs in. It was pretty wild. And again, everybody was just so at home and so comfortable, and we had a lovely time. Eventually, we moved up there, but at the time my sister got married, so she stayed in Massachusetts, so it was just my mom and I that moved up to Manchester. So it was around Christmas, and one of his maintenance workers, tiny, he weighed about 350 pounds, he had a Christmas gift that he wanted to give to Dad. So I opened the door, and there's Tiny, and he's got this great big stagecoach lamp. It was like he was holding gold. And Dad came, and he received it like gold. And it was the ugliest thing I've ever seen in my whole life. But you took a look, didn't make it out of beans. So, fast forward many years later, one divorce later, and I was with my new love, Michael. We were living in downtown Brooklyn. Mom and Dad called, hey, do you want to meet us in Atlantic City and gamble? They loved to gamble. Michael and I could care less about it. Thank God that was one addiction I didn't have. So anyway, we go to Atlantic City, and Michael and I were in a spa. We had saltwater taffy. We go to the beach, the boardwalk, go back to the spa, and we'd go to the machines, and when we'd win, we'd walk away. Amazing to me that I actually did that. Yes. And then one night, Dad wanted to go for a walk with me. So we're walking along, and he starts telling me all the stories that we never heard in the family about all the stuff that he had done for his factory workers. One was in jail, and he helped them, and blah, blah, blah. And he never told the family. And of course, at the time, I thought he was pretty amazing for doing it, but there was so much resentment because I had an absentee father, and here he was doing all this stuff for everybody else, and I needed him. And I just could never have him the way I wanted him. But one of the things I learned about being around him, and one of the things I yearned for myself, was accepting people the way they are and not the way I want them to be. And boy, that is the most difficult thing that I have experienced in my lifetime. I'm a work in progress. But I'll tell you something, because of it, because I've chosen to go that route, it saved me a lot of pain. And it allows people around me to be who they are. And they feel it. And they feel that comfort. And as I said, I'm still a work in progress. Thank you.